question that opens the door to spirituality. Is there a forgotten chapter in human spiritual history? Is a mysterious period in Jesus' life when he disappeared for 18 years, from the age of 12 to 30, not recorded in the Orthodox Bible? And is it true that, during those years, Jesus traveled to India, Tibet, and met Mahavatar Babaji, the immortal Himalayan master, the keeper of the Kriya Yoga esoteric tradition, the shortest path to union with God? He is not only the light of the West, but also imbued with the light of the East, one of Babaji's successors. Today, we will lift a veil of mystery, delving into hidden spiritual clues, ancient teachings, and timeless truths. Part 1. Jesus and the 18 years of disappearance in the Bible. Where were his years? The New Testament leaves an astonishing blank. Jesus first appeared at the age of 12 in the Jerusalem temple, surprising scholars with his profound wisdom beyond his age, and then disappeared from the text for 18 years. When he returned, he was a powerful teacher, performing miracles, preaching with unparalleled compassion and wisdom. The question arises, where was Jesus in those 18 years? Who taught him timeless things? Scholars call it the lost years of Jesus, but mystics, meditators, and awakened souls everywhere have a different answer. He went to the East to study, to practice, to enlighten. Clues from Tibet and India, Jesus, the Western Taoist. At Hemis Monastery, Ladakh, near Tibet, an ancient record discovered in the 19th century by Russian historian Nicholas Notovich reads, Isa, the noble soul from the West, came to the East in search of the truth. He studied with the masters in Benares, lived in the Lhasa temple, taught love, and was loved and revered by the people of India. Many ancient manuscripts also confirm that. Jesus studied with Hindu masters in Rishikesh, then meditate in the Himalayan caves, and come into contact with the Tibetan lamas, learn about karma, samsara, and the subtle energy of the universe. Jesus didn't just come to teach, he came to learn. Jesus absorbed the philosophy of non-duality, the art of controlling life energy, prana, and practiced deep introspection through meditation, things that were not present in contemporary Jewish tradition. It was here, in the mysterious Himalayas, that Jesus met Mahavatar Babaji, the immortal master who holds the door of Kriya Yoga. This event not only changed Jesus, it opened a new cycle in human spiritual evolution. Part 2. Mahavatar Babaji, the immortal guru and the keeper of fire for the human soul. Mahavatar Babaji is not a legendary figure. He is the living embodiment of eternal consciousness in human form. As mentioned in Paramahansa Yogananda's autobiography of a yogi, Babaji was a transcendent teacher who lived for centuries without getting old, not getting sick, not dying, not because of a miracle, but because he was fully integrated with the cosmic mind. Babaji did not preach. He did not publish books. He teaches through vibration, through presence, through transmitting energy to those who have vibrations high enough to receive. Kriya Yoga, the secret of liberation. Babaji is the one who restored the ancient Kriya Yoga, a meditation system that is considered the most direct and powerful path to union with God. Kriya uses breath, pranayama, to control life energy, inner attention, dharana, to release the mind, and deep meditation, dhyana, to bring the practitioner through the shell of self-attachment, return to pure light. Kriya Yoga is not just meditation. It is the spiritual science that leads to Christ consciousness. Babaji, Jesus' teacher. According to Yogananda, Jesus was initiated by Babaji to meditate, to learn about the control of the body by spiritual will, and about immortality not just over death, but eternal life in union with God. In a message to Lahiri Mahasaya's disciples, Babaji said, "I sent Jesus to the West with love. And now I send you, Yogananda, to bring unified science from the East there." Babaji is not divided. He is the bridge between religions, traditions, and cultures. He is a reminder that truth is not in a doctrine, but in the unity of mind. Part 3: The Meeting of the Light, Jesus and Babaji. Mystical conversations, spiritual inheritances, and the light plan for humanity ****. One soul recognizes the other. The reunion does not belong in this world. It was not a random meeting. It is God's mysterious arrangement where two souls of the frequency of Christ and Brahman, Christ consciousness and universal consciousness, converge in the silent Himalayas, far from all dogmas, scriptures, and religious conflicts. Jesus, after studying in Benares, Bodh Gaya, and Ladakh, was led to a secret place in the Himalayas. Here, Babaji embodies, not from word without words, but a powerful vibration that causes Jesus to kneel in deep meditation. Not with words, but with consciousness. Babaji didn't say much. The dialogues between him and Jesus are not like a teacher, but like two streams of light in harmony. There are things Jesus needs to learn: how to control life energy, master matter, overcome the cycle of life and death. And there is also what Babaji needs to see: the unconditional love that Jesus carries, the spiritual power combined with compassion, non-judgment, unconditional. The inheritance of light is not written in ink, but in frequency. During a deep meditation session, Jesus was taught Kriya Yoga, a tantric technique that unites with God through the breath and the inner circle. It's not just engineering, it's a special vibration layer that opens up all the energy centers, raises the Kundalini flow, and opens the single eye. You are ready. Your love must be lifted by silence. Your miracle must be controlled from the light source. Babaji transmitted through the mind. Jesus understood that he was not just a teacher. He is the bridge. It is the embodiment. It is the Word has become flesh. Babaji did not make him a disciple. He gave a mission. I will go to the West to sow the seeds of light in the arid land, and they will bloom in the darkest of times. Then your light will guide millions of souls. The journey back with a mission that has never been articulated. After a period of study and deep meditation from Babaji, Jesus left the Himalayas without books or apostolics. He carries a frequency, the frequency of the unity of meditation, prayer, breath, light, Eastern truth, Western love. He returned to the Middle East, began his mission in Galilee, Jerusalem, preaching love, forgiveness, and unity with his Heavenly Father, all rooted in the spiritual core that Babaji helped him unite. Many of the teachings in the New Testament, when illuminated in the light of yoga and Kriya, suddenly appear as light codes. The water of life flows from within, prana flows through the Sushumna energy channel. If your eyes are single, open the third eye, Ajna chakra. Me and the Father are one, a state of unity in Samadhi meditation. Water and the Spirit will wash you, purify through inner meditation. Jesus returned to the world, but he never left the Himalayas in his soul. The message for life and the light plan for our time. After centuries, in the present period, the Age of Awakening, the seeds sown by the encounter between Babaji and Jesus are beginning to blossom. Many souls are feeling the call to return to meditation, breath, and unconditional love. The divide between religion, culture, and dogma is gradually dissolving. The old teachings, once hidden, are now open to those who are excited enough to receive them. Babaji said to Yogananda, "As humanity enters a period of turmoil, I will awaken the light in their hearts, not by war, but by awakening." And it was Yogananda, entrusted by Babaji, who brought Kriya Yoga to the West as a continuation of the mission Jesus had done. And you? You are part of that light plan. The meeting between Jesus and Babaji is not just a mythical story. It is the mental code that wakes you up from a deep sleep, reminding you that you are also the light living in human form. You are also called to enter the path of unity, between the path and life, between meditation and practice, between love and deep wisdom. You don't need to know more. You need to become. Now is the time to no longer look for Jesus, no longer call Babaji by name. Now is the time to live like them. By being present, breathing, loving, and awakening other souls with the light you carry. Part 4. Traces of Kriya Yoga in the teachings of Jesus. When the Bible hides in it the codes of enlightenment asterisk. Jesus' teachings, simple surfaces, infinite depth. The teachings of Jesus in the Bible, if viewed with ordinary eyes, seem simple, moral, and humane. But if you look with the third eye, with a meditative consciousness, you will see. Each of Jesus' words is a door to the deeper layers of awakening. 1. When you pray, go into a closed room, shut the door, and pray to your Father in secret. Matthew 6 verse 6. This is not just advice to avoid showing off your beliefs. That is the instruction to meditate. Closed room equals inner, not church. Shut down equals stop the activity of the senses, draw energy inward. Your Father in secret equals God within, not far away. Jesus is teaching you to enter the state of dhyana. I too. If your eyes are single, then your whole body will be filled with light. Matthew 6 verse 22. This verse is one of the most obvious keys to the Ajna chakra, the third eye. When you focus your meditation on the area between your eyebrows, the intuition center, you activate the pineal gland and receive divine light from within. It is also a key energy center in the practice of Kriya Yoga, where energy is lifted through the spine and converged at the top of the head. Jesus did not preach about the physical eye. He is talking about the eye of the mind. 3. The wind blows where it wants. You hear the wind, but you don't know where it comes from and where it goes. So is anyone born of the Spirit. John 3 verse 8. The wind here is not physical air. In the original Hebrew, ruach means spirit/breath/spirit. Jesus is talking about life energy, prana, the divine air that runs along your spine when you meditate. Anyone who practices Kriya will understand the feeling of wind inside when energy moves up and down through the Sushumna channel. The spirit is the flow of energy that lives in the breath of consciousness. I can't see it, but I can feel it clearly. For I and the Father are one. John 10 verse 30. This is the samadhi state, the ultimate state of unity. When a practitioner attains samadhi, they dissolve the ego, stop all conception of me, and melt into the field of universe God consciousness. Jesus did not declare separation. He affirms a state of existence that transcends time and form, where man and God are no longer two. Samadhi is not ambiguous. That's what Jesus achieved and taught back to those who will. 5. If anyone is thirsty, come to me and drink. Out of his heart will flow streams of living water. John 7 verses 37 to 38. The living water in this word is the pure energy that flows along the central channel when meditating, the quintessential prana. In Kriya Yoga, when a practitioner achieves unity in deep meditation, they feel a stream of energy flowing like a stream of light, flowing from the spine to the top of the head, purifying, soothing, connecting them to the infinite. Jesus didn't just preach in words, he was the source of that living water. And you can be the source of that water, too. 6. Water and the Spirit will wash you. John 3 verse 5. Not a religious ritual, but an inner ritual. Water equals life energy. Spirit equals awakening through meditation. Babaji teaches that true baptism takes place when the soul is cleansed in awareness, not through form, but through vibration. Baptism does not come from the hands of others, but from the stream of light that rises within yourself. 7. He that does not renounce himself cannot follow me. Luke 14 verse 27. Giving up doesn't mean giving up life. It's giving up the ego, the control, the concept of I am this body. In Kriya Yoga, all practices aim to help the practitioner move beyond identification with body-mind identity, to walk in the path of Christ, to go into oneself and dissolve into the light. Part 5. The importance of the meeting between Jesus and Babaji for modern awakened humanity. A mission that didn't stop 2,000 years ago, it starts again today. The meeting between Mahavatar Babaji and Jesus is not just a legendary event of the past. It is a vibrational milestone, a soul code, sown to bloom in this very age, the age of collective awakening. That time was the seed. This time is the harvest season. If you are reading this article, it is possible that your soul has touched that light, walked that path, or is on a mission to continue the wave of light that they have instilled. 1. The combination of East-West spirituality is a mandatory evolution of mankind. Jesus carries the frequency of love, forgiveness, and compassion. Babaji is a symbol of wisdom, stillness, and unity with God through meditation. Their encounter was not only personal, but a spiritual breakthrough that took humanity to a new level. No more division between faith and meditation. There is no longer a separation between theology and inner experience. There is no longer a line between spiritual Asia and scientific West. The golden age will come when both of these flows merge into one, within yourself. 2. Love plus meditation equals the formula of a new world. Jesus taught, love others as yourself. Babaji taught, if you know yourself, you will unite with everyone. One goes from heart to meditation. One goes from meditation to the heart. And you, the bridge. When you practice meditation from the heart, you are connecting these two streams of light. When you love in mindfulness, you transmit the healing frequency to the collective. This is how you continue the plan of light that Jesus and Babaji have initiated. 3. They don't want you to follow. They want you to live like them. Jesus did not form a denomination to be worshipped. Babaji does not appear to be canonized. They both come to awakening you the true teacher within. No one is the way. You are the way. When you live true to your frequency, in love, stillness, and mindfulness, you are the embodiment of that light plan. Bell 4. You are part of a global lighting network. The meeting between Babaji and Jesus did not end on the top of the Himalayas. It is followed by every soul ready to live as light, from the noisy cities to the quiet villages, from the meditation hall to the kitchen. You don't need to preach. Just be present in the real vibration, live like a ray of awakening light. A waking person can move thousands of dreaming souls. Epilogue: the seed is activated. If you've ever wondered why you always feel connected to Jesus, even though you're not religious, if you feel Babaji's energy, even though you have never seen his form, if you often find yourself belonging to both worlds, both modern and mysterious, then this is the call of your soul. You don't read these lines by chance. You are activating an ancient code of light in your spiritual DNA. That seed was planted by Babaji and Jesus, and it is time for you to make it bloom with the life you are living. You are the light of the world. Do not place it under a table. Set it high for the illumination of all men. Jesus. When you live like a fire of awakening, the whole of humanity will feel warm. Babaji. Namaste.